Hey, riding trip fans, it's Stacey. Happy Friday. It's great. It's Friday, although I'm kind of laughing because usually that's the beginning of the weekend. But if you are a non-essential employee and you are staying home like we are, kind of every day feels a little bit like Friday. It's a little different to make a home office as quite as productive as your regular office. Some of you guys who work for larger companies, you've got it down pat. You guys are always on conference calls and doing all of your connected work together. But for us, for the few folks that work here at Active Riding Trips, we are skimming along and staying somewhat busy and really just embracing this time. So I hope that you guys are doing that too. I just wanted to chime in on a couple things that are going on just to give you all an update and thank you all actually for keeping us updated on what's going on with you. We certainly, I think I mentioned to you last time when we spoke that we've moved all the folks, obviously, that were traveling in April and May to later on in the year and or next year, depending on what dates worked better. Pretty much all of our guests that are traveling in June, including myself, as well as my parents who are in their 80s, we have a big trip planned. We're just kind of holding out right now to see what's going to happen. And the rest of you guys traveling in June are kind of all doing the same thing. You're kind of in the wait and see mode, knowing that easily we can move you. But for the moment, it's sounding more and more like it might be a long shot that June travel is going to be okay. But, we're crossing our fingers and holding out hope that maybe, we can still do it. But that's what's kind of cool, actually, I think, about horse people is, a lot of things go right our way, and in a lot of respects, a lot of things go wrong our way. Like, have you ever known a horse that couldn't find a way into a scrap of some kind? I could just sit there and go, how does that even happen? But it does. And so we get used to dealing with stuff like that. So we're kind of used to like, okay, I'm just going to wait and see, how this is going to play out. I know that either way, I'm going to be okay because either we're going to be able to travel at the end of June or we're going to move our dates out and travel at a different time. So, it's really no harm, no foul. That's kind of fun. But I have really appreciated those of you that have called us and emailed us. Few though you are, but which makes you even really more special, that you have gone ahead and made plans for this fall and for October and November travel and certainly for next year as well. But, kudos to you for being a bit like me and saying, you know what? I'm going to make my plans because that's what I'm going to look forward to. That's going to keep me fired up and happy and to not get in the doldrums about the fact that the phone isn't really ringing and that people aren't traveling when we thought they would be traveling and all that stuff. So it's, much appreciated that you all are looking to make plans. Again, no harm, no foul. The chances that you'll be able to travel are looking pretty good. Who's to say? But the best we can do is make plans and wait and see and know that everything is absolutely, intact, meaning there's nothing to lose. You can easily extend it to next year or even to later depending on your schedule. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much for doing that. We do have a lot of really cool things going on at our facilities. I don't know if you guys are following us on Facebook or if you're following us on Instagram, or if you're following any of the facilities where you have been or you might go. But we've got a lot of cool stuff going on there. They are working on some extremely cool new offers when the travel bans are lifted and when folks feel safe and can get back out to travel again. Excuse me. I have an itchy nose, allergies. It's springtime here in New York. So I am not uploading that information on the website right now. I kind of feel like I want to keep that sort of back just because that is kind of ever evolving and some of the places are adding stuff and we can add all the information at one time and we can do sort of a whole new like Ta-da! Look at all the cool stuff that you can do now once we're given the free and clear to go ahead and travel again. But if you have a particular trip that you're interested in and you want to know if there's anything going on with them, certainly feel free to contact us. I'll let you know. But we do have some very cool things. And I mean some things like bring a friend for half price, like really cool things. So I'm pretty jazzed about that. And I think you guys will be too. And I'm hoping that we can get that information up and out to you, by like May 1st. My hope in that is that maybe things will have quieted down or looks like the curve has somewhat flattened so that we can try to make plans for the future. And again, all of those things are sort of fluid right now. So thanks for your patience on that. Hold on, my itchy nose. Ugh. The other thing I wanted, because you guys have been great about asking me, how are you doing? How is your business doing? Like, there's no income coming in, but I just gonna remind you, don't worry about us. We are okay. We're not flush with cash. We're not rolling in the dough, but we are getting by the same as the rest of you are getting by. And, again, it's not the first time we've dealt with a crisis like this. It's not like 9/11 where, it is just all horrible news all the time, even though the press wants you to think that way. Excuse me. Oh, gosh, once your nose gets itchy, that's it. And I'm trying not to touch my face. Um, so it's not like that. I mean, we know that there's an end to this. We know exactly what the problem is with COVID-19, and we know that there are ways to help lessen that curve. So even though it can be a scary time and it can be a time when there's a lot of uncertainty, we absolutely have the tools and the resources in our back pockets on how to help with this and how all of us can get to the next part, which is to get back to our actual fun lives. So anyway, that's what I wanted to say. I'm going to sign off. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for staying in touch. Stay safe, wash your hands, don't touch your face, stay away from other people. I'm not saying don't see them, but keep your space. Be smart so we can ride again in the future. Okay, stay in touch. Talk to you soon. Bye.